Thanks for watching the Market Day Report. I'm Janet Atkinson. The U.S. Secretary of Agriculture has been busy this week responding to concerns from farmers all across the country on trade, rural development, and the 2018 Farm Bill. RFD-TV's Sarah Mock has his reactions from Washington.
After China announced a 179% peremptory deposit requirement for U.S. sorghum exports earlier this week, the USDA chief had a stern response.
I think it's ludicrous. Nobody's forcing the Chinese to buy sorghum. The very allegation of dumping and countervailing duties is nothing more than a political statement that is unfair. It's exactly what President Trump has been getting their attention about, and they've decided to double down. That's very unfortunate. We're going to work with our sorghum producers to find a home, but hopefully this can be corrected sooner rather than later. The Chinese are making some serious mistakes and trying to do this against ag products. They're putting their own industries at harm's way too, because they're not going to find that product any cheaper anywhere, any better quality or any more efficient than right here in the United States. We want them to recognize that and stop doing silly things like this to try to harm that or put political pressure on the president.
Perdue says his department is actively working on a program to help farmers impacted by ongoing trade discussions.
Yeah, we're continuing to work and look at that. We've got to determine here sorghum right now, based on these extremely high tariffs, is the kind of the point of the spear. Pork has also been affected. We're assessing the market on a weekly basis, trying to determine what is an appropriate response. Once again, I think we all need to remind ourselves, though, that their negotiation time is still out there. We're exhorting both China and our team to come together and determine these rules.
The secretary also defended the White House's actions against China.
President Trump has courageously taken on China and their unfair trade practices where people have not in the past. And I'm proud of that he would call attention to the fact that China has not played by world rules that everyone else plays by intellectual property theft and other ways there, that we have people convicted for stealing ag secrets in the United States. And we can't tolerate that.
But Perdue says there are some bright spots on the horizon.
I'm encouraged by what Ambassador Lighthizer says. It's one of those things where it's never over till it's over. We're continuing to press for good results there that would help to relieve the anxiety index out here that some farmers have regarding the trade disputes. So NAFTA would be good news. We got chorus there. And then I think there's also good news, as the president indicated last week, a willingness to re-engage with TPP. And I hope that he had a very productive session with Mr. Abe and Mar-a-Lago, that they have great respect for one another, and I hope that we're able to make some real progress there.
Perdue's hopeful words to farmers came just a day after a tweet from President Trump cast doubt on his commitment to rejoining talks on the Trans-Pacific Partnership. He says he would prefer bilateral deals. For RFD-TV, I'm Sarah Mock in Washington.
Well, the U.S. is the world's leading producer of sorghum and also the top supplier for China. News of the tariff sent Australian sorghum up more than $10 per ton, but traders there say few have taken up the deal. The grain is in short supply after drought cut into production just last year. Well, President Donald Trump's